All right, we've got my shift window up and going, and go ahead and take us over lane matchups. Colby Cheese.
Yep, so here we go. This is going to be game number 2 with CLG versus Unrestricted. So if you are watching this for the first time, I will not actually spoil the first game. You can actually view those later. So this is going to be a best of 3, and this is game number 2, so we'll see who wins. As far as the lanes, though, I'm guessing we're going to have a Tarek and Garen on the bottom lane. Should be a pretty difficult setup since it is going to be Tristana and Soraka. If they're able to get a stun off and Garen jumps in, he's definitely going to melt whoever he lands on. I mean, Tristana and Soraka, both very squishy champions. I'm guessing that they will probably go for Soraka with the stuns so that she cannot, because Tristana can just jump out and Soraka can heal her if she does get focused down. Now, Swain, I'm thinking Swain will be mid and Vayne will be top. Whereas it'll be Zillion mid and Warwick top. However, actually, I think that Swain, regardless of where Warwick goes, which is probably going to be top, Swain needs to go to wherever Warwick is because since Warwick is more of a melee, Swain has an easier time locking him down and doing lots of damage to him.
Yep, I think that laser bird would be key against Warwick. He throws down that laser bird, and then as Warwick tries to run away, he's going to be taking damage in those creeps. So I think that would be, I think you're right in that Swain needs to go against Warwick.
Now, Pobelter did a really good job on Zillion last time. He did get first blood against Element's Annie. So this time, though, not sure who he's going to lane against. Like I said, it's going to vary, but we'll see if he can pull it off again this time.
Okay, so, let's turn on our observation mode.
Oh, yeah, and buy our Doran's Blade, of course, yes.
Yep, got my Doran's Blade. I'm good to go. As far as starting items go, it looks like we do have a ward on Tarek, and there is no ward for the unrestricted teams. Looks like we've got a Vampiric Scepter on Nocturne for jungling, and then we have the standard cloth armor, 5 health pots for Olaf as our jungler. Looks like we have 2 Doran's rings, one's for Soraka and one for Zillion, and then CLG is kind of going with the boots build, it looks like, and they've got boots on Garen, which is so strong, and as we were talking about earlier, I think that he's absolutely going to be able to dominate his lane there against the Soraka Tristana. And we've got a little bit of the Fairy Charm on Tarek, and he's also the one who's got our ward. So.
Yeah, so he's going to go for the Philosopher's Stone early on, and then he's got the ward for just for whatever purpose he needs it for. He's probably going to wait until later on in the game and put it down towards the dragon area. So this is interesting. We actually have CLG trying to be sneaky going up into the triangle bush up top. That's not really a standard start. So I'm curious if they're going to actually go run around and try and steal the red or steal the small golems and get a little bit of counter jungle. Or maybe possibly wait for the person going top to go there and they can pick up first blood very easily. Because it is a standard practice for, if, let's say... Yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to play it smart. So Dumashmi is actually very intelligent in his pathing. He's going to go towards the top lane via the creeps path. And
so
CLG moving out. Yep. Yeah,
yep, and that was smart. And you saw that they're going to just pick off these wraiths, which is probably why they're not going to stick around much. Oh, then they're going to take red buff, it looks like, too.
Yep. Looks like GG's going to go ahead and pull that and step back. And they shouldn't take too much damage from it. That's a very good pull on his part. And there's a smite. So Nocturne picking up the red buff. And Olaf's not going to have that. So too bad for him, poor guy.
It looks like they're going to try to throw down a gank here.
Oh, this could be interesting. Could be interesting. I think Nocturne's just running around the wrong way. So too bad for him. He's going to probably just run over to his jungle. Oh, wow. Look at that damage going down on Domashmi. So he is going to lose his lane advantage. He's going to have to go ahead and back right now. Not possible for him to stay in the lane at this point because he doesn't know if Garen's going to stay in the bush or not. And as we all know, you don't want to face check against Garen.
No. So Saint went ahead and backed there, and he's going to run bottom now. Looks like there hasn't been too much interaction elsewhere. We do have Zillion, who is ahead a little bit on levels, which is expected with his passive, as well as he was in his lane a little bit before Hotshot was. And bottom lane, they've just been able to kind of free farm as they wait for everyone to get into the lane. So here comes Elements trotting on down.
You know, I just noticed something. Chowster didn't pick up his blue yet. I don't know what he's doing. I guess he went for the wolves and then, I don't know. I couldn't tell what he's doing.
Well, he did kind of go mid for a minute. So, well, actually, no, that was Elements mid. So I'm not sure actually what he was doing.
Yeah, I think he needs a pull because he can't. I guess he doesn't feel like he can do blue. Oh, because he doesn't have a smite.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Smite on red. So.
All right.
Playing it safe there, that is dangerous. But.
Yeah, because it is pretty tough to start blue on Nocturne, especially without smite. So if you notice right now, I mean, okay, now his smite just came up, so he's just waiting a little bit. Now he got it up, so that's good. Hotshot's taking quite a bit of damage from those bombs. Pobelter's doing a really good job of pushing this lane down, and that tower's going to take a little bit of damage. Look at that! Look at that! He's going in for the first blood kill. He's going to put it on Ignite and the bomb, and that is going to be first blood. Boom! Ouch! So very good job. And look, okay, GG's actually getting ganked as well. It looks like he was just standing in the bush as if he was talking or something, and he's gonna be fine here. But oh wow, this could be bad for Olaf.
Oh, he did get that. He did get that stun off. I thought that was a little far, but he did manage to.
Yeah, it did seem far. That wall. So he's doing a pretty good job here. Let's take a look here at the farm. Who is farming well? Pobelter doing a really great job, but GG is ahead by quite a bit. He did get that lane advantage on Don't Mash Me, which is going to be very helpful going forward. I don't think it's that huge of an advantage, but I mean, it did help him out a little bit. So.
Yeah, it did. It did.
All right, and down bottom, of course, the standard Tarek stands in the bush while Garen farms, and that will be the zone.
Yeah, and they did put some harass down. They put some early harass down on the Tristana, but she was able to jump away, and Soraka was able to kill her up. They did get a little bit of harass on Soraka early, but I think she just backed to pick up a ward. So
I agree.
Now she's coming back out.
Yeah, so lots of wards going down already. We do have a ward there in the river for CLG. Trying to, I guess, just defend middle. It's like a ward to defend middle from Olaf. And he's actually going to go back up top again. So he's trying to put as much pressure on GG as possible. That way Don't Mash Me can get the advantage. We'll see if he's able to pull that out or not. I don't know. It's going to be tough.
And I am surprised that they didn't put Swain against Warwick as we had talked about.
Yeah.
They did leave Vayne against Warwick.
Oh, here goes! So she just used her roll, but he does miss his... I don't know how he missed his axe throw.
Yeah, it seemed like a pretty easy shot as far as the axe throw goes.
Yeah, he probably just
GG was just taking advantage of Vayne and her awesome chasing power, so he is able to get some free damage off on that Olaf before he runs away.
Yeah, I felt like he just kind of overcompensated.
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, so bottom lane here, they did put a ward to defend from the whole zone out. And that's going to help them quite a bit.
Wards, actually, so well played.
Yeah, that's really what you have to do in a lane against Tarek and Garen, is once you have vision on those bushes, you can't be zoned so heavily from them. And that's going to give you the advantage back. I'd say they're doing a really good job against that type of lane setup.
Oh yeah. One thing I did want to notice, or note, is that this game CLG doesn't really have very many wards out on the map, whereas last game they had a lot of wards out on the map.
Oh, could be a bad thing in middle here. I think Pobelter should be fine. He's got level 6, so if he needed to, he could have put his ult down. The good thing in his case, I'd say, is that he's got a decent amount of mana to continue pushing without having to leave the lane just yet. Now, Chelsea is about to be level 6, so if he gets level 6 in time, he might be able to actually jump on.
There's a huge gank going down bottom, and they are going to pick off this Garen.
Oh, very nice. Did they just jump on top of him?
She was able to flash out away from that turret to get away as well. So, wow! You see Tristana and Soraka diving that Tarek right there. Some huge damage going down with her ultimate.
Interesting. Okay. I was not expecting that to happen from that lane. But, I don't know. I've been wrong, so. And up top, so they got a little bit of harass going on. I think that there was a ping on to GG. I'm guessing... Well, actually, I have no idea why they pinged GG. I don't know what they're trying to do there. There's no one around to gank or anything like that.
Gank or anything.
Yeah. So after that gank there, that's actually pretty good. That's 2 kills up for Unrestricted. They're doing really well. And Tarek has been roaming around quite a bit. So he's level 4, but it looks like at the same time, Soraka has been standing back just a bit so that Najaki can get the full experience and get ahead. So so while Garen and Tarek are pretty strong in lane, they've actually been shut down a bit. I'd say, especially after getting killed there. That sucks for them.
Yeah, it really does. I think that's kind of surprising and all. And I mean, I don't know if they can really change this much. It looks like Soraka is really just standing back, but I think really the harass needs to start going down on Soraka as opposed to the Tristana there. Because she's just been able to hop out to safety and then get healed, so they're kind of wasting all of their resources on landing stuns on her, and then she's able to just get away. So.
Yeah.
It looks like we've got Chouster who has snuck up into these bushes up here in hopes of ganking this Warwick at some point. You've got GG is laying on...
There's the CV though.
Yep, did throw down a CV.
Now, what he wants to do, now say the CV didn't go down, he's probably getting in that bush. He wants to run in with his Q and attack Don't Mash Me as much as possible, and then save his ultimate for if Don't Mash Me tries to run away, then he can ultimate it in to finish him up. But generally, you don't want to use your ultimate right away if possible. Yeah, it's more of a finish him off if they get away type of spell. Just from playing a lot of Nocturne.
I think a lot of people use that ult. I mean, you can use it however it works for you, but I think a lot of people try to initiate with it, and in the end, I think it's stronger, as you said. It's kind of a chasing skill to make sure that you're able to solidify all of those kills, unless you're halfway across the map and you need to get to that team fight ASAP. So.
I agree. And so Hotshot GG is going to be a little bit better off now. He can't necessarily be just bombed down to oblivion since he can use his ultimate, get his health back to full in almost no time. And as far as bottom lane, I don't know how these guys are going to be able to contribute. They weren't able to get a lot of kills off, and generally that lane setup relies on having lots of early kills to be strong. So I don't know how well Garen's going to fare later on in the game, to be honest with you. Oh, that was a perfect silence.
Silence.
Wow, that was a really good job. That's probably one of the reasons.
Though, I don't know why they're trying to focus this Tristana. She's just going to keep jumping away, and it just kind of, I mean, I understand that they want to get the kill on her, but I really think that they ought to start, I mean, if Taric had stunned that Soraka, instead of trying to go out of the bush in order to try to grab Tristana, then she wouldn't have been able to get the silence on him.
Exactly. So. That is exactly what I was talking about, how there's no reason for them to try and focus down the Tristana. In fact, if they start doing that in team fights, that's going to be bad for them again. They don't want to focus her down. They want to focus down that Soraka, for sure.
So
She's so squishy.
It really interests me because we saw that last game where they didn't focus Soraka, and I thought that they would have learned their lesson, but maybe they just didn't realize how strong Soraka was. But
oh man, this could be bad for GG. Oh no. GG wants to get this kill onto Pobelter, but Pobelter probably has... Oh, there it is. He's doing a really good job. I have to say that his Zilean is scary, and I don't want to ever have to face it.
So Hotshot and Nocturne are both coming up here. Now they know they're coming, so I'm not sure exactly what Hotshot is doing here since there's...
Yeah, I think they wanted to catch somebody, but they just couldn't get in position fast enough, and hopefully they had already teleported out, so there's nothing for them really to do there. So now down 3 kills, and I haven't actually seen a dragon yet. However, I wonder who's going to get that first one. Yeah. It's going to rely more on this bottom lane. If oh, here we go. Nijak getting a jump onto St. Vicious and continue pushing out, but I think that he's going to be fine. But now that he is low HP, it's going to take a while for Taric to heal him back up, especially since Taric is low on mana. Whereas, you know,
Soraka's fine on mana.
She's going to give herself mana. She'll be fine. And the cool thing is Tristana doesn't actually need mana. I mean, she doesn't really use mana in the laning phase.
Yeah, well, she has that explosive shot, which is why
just a passive.
Why Tristana? Yeah, the passive on explosive shot. There you go. Which is why her laning phase is so strong, because she can get good harassment just by last hitting.
Exactly. So that's a good point you made. Okay, now let's take a look and see if there's any more item action going on. Pretty standard. Casters will go for the Catalyst, and that's what we're seeing. Zilean doesn't really need that. He wants to go for more just damage. So picking up the Dorians and a Blasting Wand, we're going to be building that into a Death Cap, since he can just kind of stay in the back and put his ultimate on people. Up top, it looks like GG could either go for an Infinity Edge, or you can be going for a Bloodthirster. I've seen both builds on Vayne, both work quite well. Oh, we could have a gank here. Elements is only level 7, and Nijaki, oh, dang, look at that. Did you see Pobelter put the bomb on him from behind? He's actually going to die. Pobelter going to get another kill. Wow, that was so well played by him, coming around there in the perfect spot at the perfect time, being able to put that bomb on him just before he gets out of range. I have to say that Pobelter, man, he's been in the right place at the right time in this game, and he's doing a really good job. Wow.
Yeah, no, he really is. We've seen some crazy good play here by Pobelter. So Dragon drops at 1250, so we're going to see that at around...